But do you see her in her harness? That's because this girl is outside walking just in time for summer, where city girls purr. Ready for the streets? Yeah. Let's get into this update with my toy poodle, aka the world's second smartest dog. Let's go. And welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is Nailah, and I am here with a second update for Mochi, or about Mochi, or with Mochi. Everything Mochi in this video, okay? Let's just get it out of the way. It's everything Mochi. Hi. Quick update. She is now fully vaccinated, and if you can already tell, look, guys, this is Mochi. Do you guys remember? When I first made my video, I will link part 1 right here. It might pop up somewhere on top of this video, or you could click off to the side and see my playlist. I don't know how YouTube is gonna set this up because it's always changing. I'll also leave a link down in the description box below, or you could just browse through my videos and binge watch them just a little bit until you get to part 1, you know? Yeah. But it's been a while. I believe I posted that video about a month ago, and a lot happened in a month. So Mochi is fully vaccinated. There were so many answers. My vet was like, after 2 days of vaccination, I could take her out for a walk, but 7 days waiting period until I could take her to the dog park. Some people were like, they waited 1 week. Some people said they waited 2 to 3 weeks. I ain't got 2 to 3 weeks with this puppy. So 1 week after her vaccine, I took her for her first walk. I believe that was on Easter. That's when I took her on her first walk, and it went pretty well. And that's where she also met her new friend Arlo.
Oh my God, you're twins. You the bigger version.
Oh my God. So if you see me looking off to the side, that is because I made some notes and we get more. Oh, I thought she was about to lick me. Oh my gosh. Once she licked me on my lips and I almost melted. Like I was done for. I was like, I was done for, because I have no idea what's going on. But a week before her last set of vaccines, she started peeing everywhere. It's like everything we did in training, she completely forgot. And one night, I had no idea she pottied, and that was an ongoing issue where she would potty out of nowhere and she would eat her poop. Yeah. I don't care how often I brush her teeth. We're not doing the mouth kisses. Absolutely not. So if her head swings this way, I'm gonna back up. I'm backing up. So if anyone want to be like, oh my gosh, you should let the baby kiss you, no, because she used to eat her poop. I don't like that. That's nasty. So I'm so sorry for airing out your business, girl. I'm sorry, but according to Google, this is like a natural instinct for dogs. Apparently back in the day, they ate their poop to cover their tracks. You ain't got nobody to hide from, Mochi. Like, this is modern day. And no, you do not eat my hair. No. I did say she is fully vaccinated. We are now puppy training outside. We have been puppy training outside for about a week now, and I am super happy. After like day 2, she got the hang of it, and 1 entire week, and I did not have to clean my floors daily or 3 times a day. Such a relief for me, because I was getting frustrated. As far as potty training, this is going a-okay. I actually like it a lot more than her pee pad. I still leave her pee pad inside her crate, but she doesn't use it. The only time she used it was when I was in a meeting and it went over my time. It went over our schedule and she used it. To my surprise, I thought she was just gonna let it rip on the floor like she's been for 1 week. I'm looking at her like, what are you doing? You've been so good, and then out the blue, you're peeing and pooping everywhere. Like, what? So we had to get that on the wraps. I think that is her naturally telling me like, yo, we need to go outside, because she was ready. Okay. She was ready to go outside. So right now for potty training, I took this advice from a friend. I used to train her inside. So when I trained her inside, I would just put her on her pee pad if she made a mistake, and then over time, whenever she needed to go, she would go at her own time. But I joined a Facebook group, and to combat her just feeling the need to go anywhere at any time, they told me to limit her space. So I actually cut her crate, her playpen, in half, and I also minimized her sleeping setup. So if you saw in my first video, I had a whole playpen with her crate on the inside where it's open with a divider. Well, basically reducing the size of her sleeping area again, because she started to make a mess in there too. I was like, what is going on? I was livid, but I was like, bruh, all I could do is wash you for the third time this week and clean this up so you don't go again. So apparently the space was too big, and they said, no, you need to cut the sides down. That helped out a lot because her accidents decreased. And then when it was finally time to put her outside, no mistakes. So that's good. We're gonna keep that up. Her schedule is basically 6 a.m. and from 6 a.m. we go every 3 to 4 hours. Ooh, what happened to my computer? And now she gets into the habit of actually calling for me to take her out. I was having this conversation with some of my friends and also some people on TikTok, and the puppy stage is rough. So if you are planning on getting a puppy, please make sure you have a lot of time and a lot of patience, because you will lose a lot of sleep. And I said this in my first video. It's the equivalent to having a baby at this point. It's intense. It's intense. I actually got to a point where I thought about giving up. I was gonna call somebody like, you want a dog? Because I'm stressed. But then I always had to remember why I got her. And I always go back to say no. Like, I really, really do truly love my puppy. And I want to give her the best life ever. So you ain't going nowhere. You're stuck with me, okay? You're stuck with me, Mochi. I would say if you do not have the patience and the time to invest in a puppy, get a puppy that is at least done with training completely, or get an older dog, because the puppy stage is intense. I haven't even went through like the full-on teething stage, and we haven't passed 1 to 2 years yet. And a lot of people are saying between 6 to 18 months, that's when it could get crazy. I've already gotten a taste of what it's like when you train your dog and they pretty much regress and just forget everything, like short-term dog memory. And it's frustrating, but every time I look at her and even hold her, I just have to remember she is still brand new to this world. So I could just start from square one and just do the training all over again until it sticks with her. So we are potty training outside. And now we're going into foods. Y'all, there was a period of time where she would not eat, and it actually extended to about 24 hours. I reached out to my vet and they said, puppies like this or breeds like this, oh, I think she's falling asleep. Mo. Yeah, she just falls asleep in my hands like this, guys. It's the cutest thing ever. So one thing about this breed, or even smaller dogs, they are picky. I don't want to say picky eaters, but they are very slow eaters. See, she was biting me and licking me because she wants me to hold her like this. Spoiled. My food. There was a point in time where she did not eat for 24 hours, and I was like, what the heck is going on? She stopped eating the food that was recommended by the breeder. She stopped eating the foods that were recommended by the vet, and someone was just like, wait it out, because puppies are going to do that at some point, because this was probably weeks after she had this whole little puppy issue where she vomited her food, and everyone was like, yeah, in the emergency room was like, yeah, it's probably just like a GI tract irritation, so feed her chicken, rice, and sweet potatoes. I could also feed her pumpkin. I feel like this girl got a little too used to the cooked foods, the bougie trays, and she was just like, I don't want to eat puppy food anymore. And I was like, no, because all those foods do not have that much fiber, so her stools were coming out watery and really soft, and it would get stuck in her fur, and I was wiping her butt like 4 times a day, and I was like, dude, absolutely not. So after like 24 hours, she started eating her food. Now I get like a supplement, like a chicken topper supplement that I just put about 1 to 2 tablespoons in her food, and she's been eating it. She's not gonna be like other dogs that eat their food in like 30 seconds to 5 minutes. It takes her like 4 hours. So I just leave her food out throughout the day and throughout the night, and by the time I wake up the next day, everything's gone. So by dinner time, if there's still a little bit of food, I will top it up with her other serving and just leave it. Separation anxiety, don't experience that. I actually have a camera for her. Whenever I leave, she plays with her toys or just goes to bed. So that's good. Let's get into commands. She is great with commands. She knows how to sit. She knows down. She knows no bite. Actually, there's a list. Let me just go down the list of the things she knows. And this takes a lot of time. I try to train her after work or on the weekends, and she gets the commands very quickly. So world's second smartest dog, it's adding up. It makes sense. It's valid. She knows sit, she knows no, she knows down, she knows out. That's basically if she's going into a room that she's not allowed in, I say out and she comes running back. Out for my bedroom because I let her in there once. I think she got too excited and made a mess in my white carpet, and I was like, okay. I also don't want her like running around and then making a mess everywhere thinking it's a free-for-all, so that also goes into training. So for now, she's not allowed in my bedroom until she's older. I'll walk her around in there with me sometimes, but not like on her own. And the kitchen, because I do have like cleaning supplies. I think I said this in my first video. I don't want her getting to any of that stuff, and I do have to store some things on the floor, and I don't want her to get to that. So out, we learned that the very first week I got her. So she knows out, she knows back. If I'm going to pick something up and it's like a little hazard and I don't want her to get hurt, I say back and she backs up. I also do that if I'm opening doors and she's so excited to like run. I'm like, okay, you can't do that. So I say back and she backs up, and I'm like, good girl. So we could go about our merry way. She knows, okay, come, that is her command. If she's in sit or if she's in down position or if she is chasing leaves and we gotta go, I'm like, okay, come, and she comes to me. Leave it. She learned that. Leave it. That came when she started to rip up her puppy pads, her pee pads. What a time that was. Yeah, so we had to learn leave it immediately. No bite. Someone recommended I use a bitter spray. I have not used it yet, but I'm trying to get her prepared for when I start to take her to groomers. So at times she will get a little nippy, so I will say no bite and she stops. So I think we're good in that region. She knows stop. This was taught around the first few weeks I had her, where she would try to bite at my ankles. It also goes for when she starts scratching at the couch, and I'm just like, no. Most of this is like, if I go somewhere, I don't want her destroying someone's property, or I don't want her like being too overwhelming if I have guests. So I taught her stop, and she just goes to sitting position, or she goes and play with her toy, or it just lays down. Go potty, go potty. I think that is something we have to work on again, and something I have to be more consistent with. That's when we had our puppy pads, and as soon as she wake up, I told her go potty. As soon as she was done eating, I say go potty. If I realize she did not go for a little while, I say go potty. And she would make it right over to her pee pad. She'll pee, she'll poo, good. But right now, I try to say it as, actually, I'm gonna replace go potty. I actually got her a bell, so she rings it if she wants to go potty. That might take a while, so for right now, we just scratch that. We're not gonna use go potty anymore because I want her to be able to use her bell. Or, yeah, I think I want her to use her bell for right now. Drop it, she knows, drop it. That comes from playtime. So drop it also comes with go get it. I'm like, go get it. She was not taking a fetch. She was not taking a ball. So go get it gets her really excited, and she'll go run and get her toys and bring it back, and then we'll throw it again. Basically a game of fetch. Alongside drop it, I say thank you or give it. Thank you, that was not intentional. I think it's just manners on my end, and it just translated over to Mochi. Because if someone gives me something, I normally say thank you. And I realized I was saying thank you to Mochi. So I was like, you know what? At this point, it's probably registered in her head. So a part of drop it is thank you and give it. Yeah, so if one of them don't work and she's just like so hyper and just energetic, and she's not like really comprehending what's going on, I'm like, thank you, and she drops it. If thank you is not working, I'm like, give it, and she gives me the toy. So that works hand in hand, especially if she's outside and she's chewing on something she's not supposed to be eating. Then I'll be like, drop it, and she's pretty good with that. I also forgot, I believe she's about 4 months now. Yeah, 4 months. Let's get into some more playtime. I do have a couple mentally stimulating toys. The recent toy I got for her was a snuffle book, so I'll hide her treats, and I can link that below. If you do want like a list of things, or you're curious as to what to get your puppy or your dog, or even like toys for an older dog, you could check out my Amazon storefront. I have some things listed, and I updated it recently as well. So you could go check that out, and the link is in my description box. So aside from everything I said in this video, I wanted to go into one of the biggest things we are working on, and that is still socializing. I don't want to make her overwhelmed, so I just do this slowly. I try to walk her when a lot of people aren't around, so she can slowly adjust to the sounds outside, like the birds and cars. Now she's a little bold and she starts barking at cars and people, which we're working on that. But whenever the time is right, or when I have the freedom to do so, I will consider enrolling her in puppy training classes or puppy school, because she is afraid of other dogs. She will play, but when the dog approaches her, she runs. And then when the dog turns around, that's when she starts hopping around towards the dogs to play. But then when the dogs initiate contact, she tucks her little tail and hides. So, and then I could feel her little heart beating, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. She is half the energy and half the weight of any other dog that approaches her. So she's not with it at all. She gets scared. So we're gonna have to work on that eventually. Oh, grooming. She's not the biggest fan of brushing, so I could only do a little bit here and there. And she is slowly adjusting to taking shower baths, but she still doesn't really like taking baths, which is wild to me, because I would watch videos of my breeder like giving her puppies baths, and they're so relaxed. And I have tried every single thing. As soon as like water touches her tail, she's like, I'm done. So I don't know what's going on. I don't know. So I'll work with my groomer to see what could happen, but I don't have to worry about that as much because she is getting her potty training down, so I don't have to think that she's rolled around in her pee or poop like she was doing before. Yeah. So now I'll just wipe her down with a puppy wipe every now and then or every other day. Whoa. She's so tired from chasing leaves. I also got her first pup cup today, guys. Aww. Summer is also approaching. I'm gonna tag this in my Amazon storefront as well. But I got her basically dog shoes to protect her she is gone, girl, to protect her little paws from being burnt on the pavement. I think this is gonna be it for this video. If you have any questions, just let me know down below. If you have any tips, please drop them below. Do that. I think I still need a little bit of help with some stuff. And don't forget to like and share this video. And maybe you know someone who's considering getting a new puppy. If that's the case, you could share this video as well and be like, yo, there's a part 1. There's a lot that goes with having a puppy. A lot. Yeah, a lot. Thank you so much for watching. And I'm gonna take this harness off, put her in her playpen, go take a shower and call it a night. We have another walk in like 2 hours, so I want to get some sleep or at least eat and wind down from today. So good luck with your new puppy, or hope this helps if you are looking forward to getting a puppy, and have a great day or night. It could be night when you're watching this video. Have a great day, and I will see you in my next video.